Hi, I'm at a game. I think it's pretty neat. Look at it. Wonder what else came out this year.
Suffer the wrath of Ultima Hellspawn!
Okay, so obviously it's pretty stupid to compare my first ever published game with a team of one person to these heavy hitters with reasonable teams, but I feel like it really does put into perspective for me how far I have to go and how long that might take. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy with how the game has turned out, and I put a lot of work into it, but I'm also not going to pretend like this is some stellar gameplay. That's why it's free. A lot of people will tell you that your first game is never going to be good, so I was kind of keeping that in mind when making this game. Not to say I didn't try, I just have difficulty motivating myself to work on something if I don't think it's going to be good, but reminding myself that trash is inevitable and that this is just a learning experience sort of helped me get through it. I'm not sure why, but I'm just not happy with how the game looks. Don't get me wrong, the individual assets look good. They were not made by me. I'm especially happy with how the fireball looks. I might even reuse that. I think that's a good idea. The UI is also a little lacking. Genuinely, I would prefer a more stylized look, but I had to settle for something more simplistic, just because I'm not really sure how to make it look decent otherwise. I mean, I basically just copied someone else's homework, not gonna lie. This is a style that any game can get away with. I actually did have fun while playtesting, but the first few waves can be a little bit dull. But when you don't have any upgrades, and just have to spam mouse clicks to kill the few enemies there are, the gameplay loop gets a little old, especially once you get to the point of no new enemies. In fact, once you settle on what upgrades you want to use and don't want to buy any other ones, I would definitely say the game gets a little stale. I mean, I sort of just got to the point where I was playtesting just to make sure there was no bugs, which is what playtesting is for, but still. And I was also just like seeing how much of a high score I could get, I suppose. I'm not downplaying my own effort by mentioning these critiques. I'm just being upfront with how I feel about the project. But with all that said, all the code works, even if it's not perfect, it works. And that's what's most important to me. Or I should say, that's what's most important to me for this project. For the record, I do want to make good games. I just don't think this is gonna be it, if I'm being completely honest. The game is up on GameJolt. It's called Melee. That's intentionally spelt stupidly. Maylay. So yeah, feel free to download it and give it a try. I'll be looking at any feedback that I get, so that would actually be a massive help. I'm not really sure what to do next. To be honest, I would like to make something good. That way I can title my next video something like, my game is pretty good, actually. But I'm also not sure if I trust myself to make something good yet. I do have an idea for another project. I'm trying not to get myself too excited thinking about it. It's something I would really like to work on, but I think I'm gonna let the idea fester in my head a little bit.
Gotta let my mind fester a bit, you know? I'll be back in a little while. Finn, festering's always bad, man. There's no good kind of festering. Finn!
I'll definitely post any updates on this channel. I'm gonna try to consistently upload some shorts as well. Those will probably just be like some dev tips, some tips for Unreal Engine, and you know, I would like to do some opinionated videos, but I don't really know what to talk about. While I'm doing that, I might take a short break from game development. I don't know, I'll see how I feel the day after I upload this video. If I do take a break, it'll be a very short one, like a week. But who knows? Alright. That's all for now. See you soon. Or never again. I don't know.